And I'm sure it's because, I think the doctor told me once, it's because you're not getting blood flow. But when you're biking, just the pumping of my legs increases the blood flow to my legs. And so those dark blotches, well, they don't completely go away, but they are like lessened by a lot. There's a train going by. So really helps getting blood flow to my legs and arms too, because I'm constantly holding my arms up and moving my arms. And things like my face. I get fresh air blowing against my face. It's awesome. Another benefit is my breathing. Really helps my breathing system. I breathe clearer, easier. I'm in much better shape. I don't gasp for breath when I walk upstairs or anything like that. I do a good job. So that's just awesome. Another thing is it clears my head. Sometimes when you're at home too much or just in normal life, when you're out on your daily life, you get these headaches. It's too much sitting. It's too much non-activity. So I really like getting out, clearing my head. It makes me think clearer. It also helps with your emotion. Like if people suffer from depression, if people suffer from just melancholy, like life is it's not bad, it's just there's no meaning to it. It changes your perspective. You feel better. I really love that feeling. I'd like to know more about this sport. This is an interesting sport to me. I don't understand it at all. Why would somebody come out in the rain? Big hill suddenly. Well, this is another one too. Something that not many people comment on. This idea that you conquer things. You set goals and keep them. That's a nice feeling. Now, let's wait. Oh, this is the way I went. Let's get a group shot of that. Very interesting. So like even these little tiny hills, you conquer them. There's a little small goal here. I need to go faster and get up this hill. And some hills are obviously much longer and harder. But there's little goals. Like one of the goals I have, and you can probably see it on the screen, is I'm trying to keep an average of, 10 miles an hour. I know for some of you that's a joke. But for me, in this hot weather, that seems to be a pretty good milestone. 10. And so I've been on and off with that. But it's a goal. It's a physical challenge. It's something I can improve upon. And maybe when I start getting used to 10, I can move up to, 12 or 15 even. But what I don't want is I don't want to turn this into a race. I don't do this to race. So I want to go fast enough that I get a good workout, but slow enough so I see everything. I like this road a lot. Really like this road because not too much traffic. It's not dangerous. There's another similar road that's just full of trucks and big cars, and they don't seem to have any respect whatsoever for bikes. They come inches from me. But in this road, there are families and cars. A lot more respect for biking. So another benefit of riding is your heart rate. It raises your heart rate. I can feel it sometimes. Like sometimes my heart hurts, not a heart attack kind of hurt. I mean, you just feel it working, like in a very positive, good way. You feel like I'm doing something. So the cardio workout, works my heart. I feel it in a very positive way. So that's another big, big benefit. The other one I alluded to before is the idea of exploring. I learned so much more about my city. It's just awesome. Like, I didn't know these two roads connected. So that's really cool. And so now, the next time I do this road, I can relax because I know exactly where it goes. That's a nice feeling. So I know I can get a good 1 or 2 hour workout, not get lost, not be all crazy that I'm lost. That's a really big benefit of biking. And another big benefit is I hope I'm doing this for people, that I can create a video and, explain what Korea's like for people, that they can visit Korea without having to visit Korea. Really red house there. I never really noticed how red that was. You can go that way to get down to that trail. That's the trail I normally go down. But it's nice to do it as a road sometime. Also, because what started all this, I was just going to do the trail today, but it was all blocked off for some reason. I don't have a clue as to why. I just like these kind of shots. Sorry if you guys don't, but No. All right, so I've taken my picture, changed my music. Now it's time to go again. Sorry about the little break, but sometimes you need them. All right, so I was going to the benefits of biking. Is there any more benefits that I can think of? My knee isn't that great. Might have mentioned this before, but I inherited some bad knees. So generally they're fine, but I can't do anything really intense, like I couldn't play rugby or football or something. But I find when I'm biking, it exercises that knee just right. So I can feel it getting stronger. I can feel it working out. I can feel it like stretching and being used. It's an awesome feeling. So that's a really big, huge benefit for me. That's one of the main reasons I do it. Running, really hard on my knees. The treadmill, very hard on my knees. So this is one of the best things I could possibly do for my knee. It makes me feel very young and energetic and great. That's personal benefit, and you may have the same kind of thing. Maybe you're recovering from a sports injury. Biking is a really good thing to get your knee back in shape. Another benefit is touring, which I'm going to do more of later, and hopefully I can record a lot of this. I want to start touring, taking my bike, putting it on a bus or a train or something, going to a totally different place, and enjoying that place. Looking around. It's a great way to see a new area. Much better than a car. Lost my train of thought there for a couple of minutes. Just enjoying the ride. It's actually really hard to talk because the air is very heavy right now, but really kind of neat looking. It's all heavy with rain. It's not hot anymore. I like the moisture in the air. Everything's so green now. I've ridden in other types of the air where it's like brown. That's fun too. This time of year, it's not full of flowers, it's more green. Other times of year, it's just full of bright flowers. Kind of neat. So what do you guys prefer? Do you guys prefer riding on the roads like this or on the trails? I don't know what it's like where you are, but generally the trails here, as you can see down there, are totally protected. I don't know if you can see that. You know, there's no cars at all. But you can see this way is very few cars. It's no problem. Now this is a way I can go back down to the trail if I wanted to. That's a bridge I use all the time to get to the other side. And so if you go down this way, it goes right back down to the main trail. It's funny how, I remember the first time I saw this, like, wait a minute, this connects to a road. And that road doesn't look very busy. So you look at here, it looks like a nice country road. Not very busy at all. It's funny, when I think about biking, I keep coming up with more good things about it. Another one is it's something to do. I know that's a silly one, but true. You know, it's something to do. Like, I'm not bored. Let's face it, life sometimes can be boring. You get stuck in the same routines. But with biking, I go a different route every single time. I counted up, and just the local routes around me, you know, I came up with 10. But not just 10, there's 10 going out and 10 coming back. So it's almost like 20. So again, it's a way of not being bored. You know, it's something different. And I'm not staring at a screen. I'm not relying on television or YouTube to keep me entertained. This is like natural entertainment. It's kind of awesome. All right, let's look at some of the negatives of biking, because there are some negatives. One of them is, I mean, it's not too dangerous, but can be dangerous. There's cars coming at me. My ride a couple of days ago, I had this young lady who was on this, more of a motorcycle than a bike. I think it was an e-bike, but it was so loud and fast. And she was completely oblivious. And she must have come half an inch from me. I had no idea she was here. She didn't warn me in any way. So if I had swerved, which could have been very easy to do, I would have hit her. Or she would have hit me. I mean, what was she thinking? So that's kind of a negative. It can be just a little bit dangerous. And so you got to be, you know, eyes wide open. Watch what you're doing. I mean, it's not really dangerous, but has its moments. Another, it's kind of a negative and kind of a positive, but it's so hard to get going. I'm sitting there in my nice, comfortable house, and these days with nice air conditioning, you know, watching my favorite show or something. to get up from all that, and you know, it's hot as I'm getting ready because not all parts of the house are air conditioned. You know, and get up and go is really difficult. So there's that aspect. But again, that goes towards the goal, the positive thing. You know, I beat the laziness. And that's kind of a neat thing, to beat the laziness. Yeah, and also, it's hard work sometimes. I remember the first part of even this ride, it was such hard work. It was heavy. I was tired. I haven't had my coffee yet. And yeah, I'm not a big coffee drinker, but you know, I enjoy 1 cup in the morning. That's kind of nice. So I don't need it, but it was nice. So anyway, just hard work in the morning. Really hard to get going. So that's one negative. Another negative could be is that unpredictable weather. That's sometimes a really big issue. Nice weather, and then suddenly it absolutely pours rain. Like today it rained, but didn't have to break out my raincoat. It's hot. Kind of appreciated the rain. That was kind of a positive thing, actually. Anyway, that's all I can think of. Let's just enjoy the ride. Stop recording.